Kiss. 106.5.
Hey.
Hello.
All right, then. Should we get this party going?
Kyle and Jackie O. Check 1, 2. You're on the air.
Are you following the Edelsten saga that's going on? Are you keeping up with that, Rosso?
Yeah,
I am now.
Yeah, my missus is all over it.
Is she?
Yeah.
A new player stepped into the ring now. This is apparently Geoffrey Edelsten's ex-wife. This is before Brynne. Has said that everything Geoffrey does is calculated and it's all a publicity stunt with his girlfriends.
Yeah, Brynne and Gabi. Yeah.
All for his business, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He's only doing it for publicity. And then, of course, Brynne's come out with an open letter to the new girlfriend, Gabi. Gabi's on the phone now. Just getting your thoughts on some of this stuff that's being reported. Good morning, Gabi.
Good morning.
Obviously, Brynne Edelsten was one of the big things where she did an open letter to you saying, "Dear Gabi, I'm not sure what your issue with me is, but please leave me alone. Clearly, you've got something against me," which is a bit confusing. I don't understand why you've said the things you've said. I don't know if it's jealousy or insecurity or what it is. Maybe it's just immaturity, that sort of thing. What do you say to her open letter?
Well, I kind of think that she's playing victim, and, you know, her letter really doesn't have that much substance. She's just kind of trying to sound like she doesn't care, and I'm trying to make me look crazy. But really, what had happened is a few days before that, actually a week before that, when I had been getting a lot of publicity for my fashion faux pas on the news, she started calling Geoffrey, asking him to come over, asking him advice on guys, and then she started saying that that I was sending emails to her mother. I think that she was like she was really worried that, okay, he has a new girlfriend, it's you know, it's not her anymore, and like maybe the spotlight was like coming off of her, so she was like starting something with me. So then we started talking about her, me and Jeff, and he had told me how badly he was treated. And so with all this, my frustration, I think what I had originally said, it just came out. And then the second bit of what I said on an interview, Jeff had already said it in an interview earlier, which was not published. So it kind of looked like I'm the one saying it. But I mean, as you can see from some of the articles that were put out, he kind of releases slowly everything I said. And I obviously wouldn't have known, you know, all of these things unless he told me.
Right. So you're saying,
I know nothing else but what he tells me.
Do you think Brynne cheated on Geoffrey?
That's how he made it sound. I'm kind of like, I don't know, really bored on this subject. I feel like the reason that I said anything was because I was taking up for Jeff, and I don't think that he would lie. He doesn't really have a reason to lie. He told me how the relationship was, A, B, C, and it sounds like it wasn't good at all.
Yeah.
And his ex-wife apparently he says that she's begged to be with him several times, that she changed religions to try to be with him. He still didn't want to. I mean, she's tried to get back together with him, like, you know, a lot. And then after that, she always uses his last name for her interviews, you know, like anything public.
Right.
So if she didn't like him so much, why does she do that?
Right.
Also, so does Brynne. And he said that any time that she has thinks that she can sink her fingers into a story to get money, she'll just, you know, make it up. He said he was way different back then, and, you know, they haven't spoke for 20 years or something. So it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I think over 20 years we all change. So her saying that she knows all that he is now and this and that, I mean, she tried to get back with him after, you know, many times. and then she's saying he's calculated, he's bad, he's this, he's that. Well, clearly she has other motives, money for doing a story, and
but Gabby, have you
didn't
just
get what she wanted?
Gabby, have you just sold a story to one of the magazines?
Have I?
Yeah.
Well, we did a story this week, and it was kind of Geoffrey telling his side of the story, but it ended up looking like a Brynne Gabi comparison, stupid thing, but it's been kind of around, and I did do an interview that I was just telling the media everything that Geoffrey had told me about his marriage, and so I mean, maybe I'll get in trouble for it, but it's only, I have no interest in her. It's only what she said, and it was kind of just me saying, this is why I said what I said about you.
Yeah.
Did you get paid by Woman's Day?
Hurting from this.
Gabby, you got paid by Woman's Day to do the story?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gabby, going back to that, because everyone always thought that Geoffrey cheated on Brynne. And that was always our view, that he went, I can't remember what the story was.
Yeah.
It was in some hotel in America, and he cheated, and he was a bit, Brynne was left brokenhearted by this. So this kind of, what you're saying
not
about
like that.
No. Okay, well, go. So you're saying,
No.
if you, in your opinion, that it was her that did the cheating?
Well, from the way that she treated him, he said that she didn't come. He said she didn't come home like 4 nights out of 7 nights a week. Didn't call. He said his friends would always text pictures of her and some other guy. They would see her out. And he was being brokenhearted the whole time. And I think that that's the reason I spoke up, because I was like, listen, babe, like, you have this reputation, like, you cheated on her and you broke her heart, while the whole time you were with her, like, you were treated so badly when you did so much. He did so much for her. He was really, and the whole thing about, like, her making, like, him sleep on the couch and the dog, like, slept in the bed. I just, like, and then the rumor comes out at the very end of the relationship that it's, her being brokenhearted. I just think it's.
So
you think that was a bit off?
So you do think she cheated?
Yeah, it's so off, and I thought that it was so wrong. So that's why I felt like something needed to be released and said that, no, it wasn't Brynne who got brokenhearted. She broke his heart many times during the relationship and really hurt him.
Do you think that that Geoffrey knew who it was that she was, where she was staying, and who did he have suspicions on who it might be?
And he also said that that she put her ex that supported her for 8 years while she was doing I guess, I don't know if I can say what he said she was doing, but she had a certain career, and this guy was supporting her for 8 years before they dated, and she put him up in Jeff's Versace penthouse without telling. Like, she put her ex up, to stay there.
So you think it was the ex?
Well, that's just, it could be any, like, it could have been any of the guys that he was sent pictures of. He was constantly being sent pictures, like, look who I'm seeing her with, or look, so it sounds, the way he made it sound is that his heart was being broken. His heart was being broken the whole time they were together.
Have you tried talking to Brynne at all, Gabby? Have you spoken to her or called her?
No, I honestly don't have any interest in her. I just have interest in him because I know he's having a hard time with the legal stuff that's going on right now, and then he's going through the divorce. And as far as in the media, it was portrayed that he cheated on her, broke her heart. But when I heard the story, I was just like,
yeah, that's why you come out.
You have no idea what people think.
Gabby, can I ask you, is Geoffrey a generous lover? Is Geoffrey a generous lover?
I don't know. Last time I answered a question like this, I'll skip the question.
Okay.
Well,
I'll say this is another thing I might say to you is that Geoffrey's obviously an older guy. And my mother's 78, and she's a retired doctor, and she used to work with Geoffrey. And she said and my mother goes to church every Sunday. I've never heard her say a bad word about anyone. She says he's one of the worst human beings she's ever met in her life.
Wow.
What are you doing with him?
Well, what did she? What did she?
She worked in a hospital with him, and she said he worked in a completely unprofessional manner. And he struck off the register here, so he's.
I don't know. He's always.
He's a dubious character.
Can kind of seem like sometimes he has something on his mind and he's stressed, or he can come off as being like that, but he's. I think being unprofessional is a bit different to being stressed. Yeah. Well, I haven't. I'm trying to think a side that I've seen him.
It's okay. I think we're done. I think we're.
Yeah. Well, Gabi, thanks for
asking about that.
Yeah. Well, thanks for talking to us this morning, Gabi. And the saga continues, doesn't it? It never ends.
Explosive. The Kyle and Jackie O show here on Sydney's Kiss 106.5, working our way up to 9 o'clock.
Kiss 106.5.